I hope I sound okay with this microphone where it is on my glasses. I need different glasses today because I left my other glasses upstairs and I don't want to go upstairs again to get them. So still kind of setting up a little bit here. You know, I was gonna order another paint shaker, and I just realized I still haven't done that. Spaced on it. So I think the first thing I'm gonna do today is got to outline all these little pinstripes along there. I'm not trying to be super ultra precise with it. Should be go. I mean, yeah, it's easy to do. So like this leg, this one's pretty much done, except for like some mild weathering and edge highlighting and stuff that I'm gonna do. The small dry brush, easy stuff. But let's get into these pinstripey things and getting the metalworks painted on the legs. And they're all going to be pretty much identical to this one as far as the metalworkings go. That's a new bottle. I did finally get my I did finally get my the jack on my phone cleaned. So that's one less problem I have. My microphone receiver works well now.
She didn't choose, speechless in the face of my suspicion. Where did all of us go? Where the wind blows, angel. She's an angel, though she might be. How should I put it? Angel, no doubt angel, though she might be. Just slightly promiscuous. Evidence, item number 2. She looked away in an awkward way. She broke free from the chains of freedom and got her in the plan.
So I got my wife
Accident,
this new bird feeder.
angel,
Well, I got it for both of us. Shouldn't say that.
angel, though she might be.
But ever since the birds found this thing, man, so the bird feeder has a camera on it. It's pretty cool. It's 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 going off. So it's got it so like you can it recognizes the bird that's at your feeder, and it'll give you information on that bird and everything. You know, it's pretty cool. But anyhow, ever since the birds found the damn thing, it's my phone notifications are going crazy. But it's kind of cool. You can sit there and watch the birds on the feeder and stuff. Well, only 30 more of these lines to do. Use that mistake. I'm considering even like doing a wash over all these metal parts, or the whole thing. Could be interesting. I'm really glad I painted these legs hollow, printed printed them hollow. A couple of reasons, like, well, the main reason is just that if they weren't if they were printed hollow, I think there would still wind up being like chambers where um, there would be resin stuck, just because there's so many fine details, like in the gears and stuff. And I don't know that I would have had to print it really big to to I would have had to print it really big to be able to put holes in those areas so that the resin could drain out during the printing process and stuff. Just doing a little edge highlight there.
Can you build me some stairs up to the sky? So when I breathe in, I won't walk. I'm so high. Can you sew me some wings so I can fly away? So whenever you're the bottom, when I'm riding my way, can you dream of the sea so I can run away? I'm in the middle of the ocean, with no boat, no airplane. Can you make me a heart so I can love someday? It's right now I'm broken, and I feel so brave. No boat, no airplane. No boat, no airplane. No boat, no airplane. No boat, no airplane. My ride is with the wind. It's with the wind. Can you build me a boat so I can sail away? Instead of clouds got the problem.
A little tough painting today. My arms are spasming a lot today.
So it's like it used to be. Throw a rock at the window instead of you calling me.
We'll get through it though.
Can you send me back in time so I can kill the TV screen and return at the radio and still just magic things? Can you make me a heart so I can love someday? It's right now I'm broken, and I'm not feeling so great. No boat, no airplane. No boat, no airplane. No boat, no airplane. No boat, no airplane.
This is the part that's like kind of painstaking with the model.
It's with the wind. my father and I love him well. I hope to see him someday soon. I love my father and I love him well. I hope to see him someday soon. 'Cause where I live it gets dark at night.
See, there's a little layer shift in this leg here. I don't think I've noticed it in some of the other prints. I'll leave that piece blank for some, maybe some battle damage or something.
As I dream of falling down, the world moves without a sound. I'm lost as sure as I was found. The sun comes up without a sound. So I love her face another day, and I hope the kindness comes your way. Yeah, I love her face another day, and I hope the kindness comes your way. It's for you I pray.
I want each leg to have
Pray for you today.
kind of its own individuality. So I'm not trying to paint every one of them exactly the same. You know, like a little line like that right there. I don't mind that. I don't want it to be perfect. So I'm adding some edge highlighting and stuff in there right now that could further sell some battle damage.
In the morning I'll be gone. Wherefore and two cannot be told. It's in the morning I'll be gone. Wherefore and two cannot be told. But I feel with memory. Lay me down like gold. Love my father and I love him well. I hope to see him someday soon. I love my father and I love him well.
That's our example leg. A few more to go. It's going pretty quick. I can hear a little cricket in my studio here. I like crickets. I think they're kind of cool.
Daytime, the road seemed bright at day. I've been dreaming the sky so blue. in our own way. Maybe that's true. But every day, a little further down that road, and I've been walking in the rain with you. I've been walking in that rain with you. So I look out in the evening, see that moon still shining bright, and a pocket full of rains, alright, and a pocket full of rain.
So like, I guess the way I should put it is like, I'm not trying to make this thing look like it just came off the assembly line. I think is what I'm like. I'm not trying to be perfect about it. If I wanted to be perfect about it, I'd have my jeweler's glasses on, and I'd be, in there with one tiny, tiny line. But like I said, I want it to look a little battle damaged, so I'm kind of missing details on some things and not worrying about it on others, and then making a nice clean line in certain parts. Some irregularity.
Keep it bright as you go now. That pocket full of rains,
One of the other touches I want to do on the legs here is some dry brushing. Probably with this gray, like a really, really light dusting of some dry brushing to just bring up these edges a little bit in the shell of the machine. It'll help these highlights come out. It'd be cool to do it almost in a metallic, but I think it would just make it too shiny. I want it to be more mute. I want a muted uh, appearance. In the game, like if you've ever played Arc Raiders and you gone and went up against the Matriarch, she's kind of drab, and especially after the battle's over, she's all beat up. And yeah, I guess what I'm going for is kind of like I want what she looks like at the very beginning of the battle to kind of be there. I don't know, I might add some bullet holes too. Bullet holes would be micro though. Cause she's like in the game. I don't know if Embark has like released what the dimensions are supposed to be of her as far as scale, but she's freaking huge. I'd say in game she feels like she's probably like 70 feet tall. It's a big freaking walking machine of death. It's pretty imposing. I remember when I first started playing the game, like you're scared to death to, like, we're gonna fight this thing. Like, yep, it's pretty fun. Gets your blood pumping. I haven't played a game like that in a long time. It just does it in a different way. It's not a Call of Duty sort of way or something. You know, I don't know how to explain it. You just have to play the game. It's a good game. And no, I'm not endorsed by Embark or anything like that to paint this matriarch figure. I'm doing this for fun. Embark in no way whatsoever asked me to paint this for them. Obviously, that'd be cool. I'd be honored. But no, this is just a fun little side project. Moving right along. Shit. Last leg already for this part. That's cool. It's going faster than I thought it would, which is nice.
You come to me in a dream, and you wrap me up. I was tired of losing fight, and you gave me one. Summer child that sits by the water, weaving sun that treads in his hands. The golden river that day you shelter, a streamer he could make pebbles dance. You looked around, you nobody taken any notice of what you saw. Against the evening sky of formation, a million blackbirds looking like one.
10:30 this morning. I'm sitting in my office after my wife has left for work. She leaves at like 7:30, 7:45 or something like that in the morning. 7:30. By 10:30, I'm like, what am I gonna do for dinner tonight? I do most of the cooking. My wife can. I have to preface that by saying my wife absolutely can cook. She can cook very well, but she doesn't like doing it as much as I do. Like, I love being in the kitchen. I love it. But anyhow, I decided that. Well, yesterday we went grocery shopping and they had corned beef, like packaged corned beef for sale. It's a United States Irish tradition thing. I don't know how in Ireland they probably. I should know this, but I would assume they don't eat it all the time. Maybe they do though. I've never researched the tradition of corned beef and cabbage um, as like a St. Patty's Day thing. It's probably like a lot of other holidays here in the United States, is it's probably become very Americanized. Everybody's Irish on St. Patty's Day, they say here at least. But I'll eat that shit all year round. I don't care. I love corned beef and cabbage. Put some mustard on it. Good stuff. So I got to cutting and prepping veggies and potatoes and stuff and cabbage. Got it all chopped up and put it in the crock pot. So it takes about 5 to 6 hours. I told the wife, I was like, we're gonna be eating good tonight. Super light dusting, dry brush now. I think I actually want to use big brush. No, I think that's going to be overkill. Hey buddy, what's happening? How you doing? I couldn't see that someone had left a message in the chat because I couldn't. So catch you up to speed. Got some metallics done. Got these little highlights and stuff around on all the legs. No two are the same. But now I'm gonna go ahead and work on some dry brushing on these edge highlights. Just real light here and there to mix it up a little bit, you know, catch these edges right here. So I'm preparing the dry brush for that. So just a little bit of paint. And we're gonna wipe off almost all of it. It's very, very subtle. And what this will do is kind of add a little bit of shine to some of these edges. It's real faint. On camera, it's probably translating to like a highlight. I mean, which is exactly what it is. And we're just cruising around, like catching these little edges here. I solid butter, thank you. Oh, you're solid. Good. Good, dude. I like hearing that. Oh yeah, that's definitely starting to help that pop a lot better. Oh, okay. That's cool. So I don't know if you can see, we're just very gently bringing up these highlights along the edges here. Some really light dry brushing. And it helps the details pop on the machinery too. Just catching those edges. We're going to be going over that with a metallic, but that lighter color is going to show through in the metallic. All right, so I like the way that one looks. We'll set that guy aside. Let's go with our leg that was already painted here. A little bit more paint on our dry brush. Check. Oh, thanks, man. Dry brushing isn't hard, not at all. It really just takes doing it, for one. Go by what you feel. I like to have a little bit of texture that I can fuck with. And this Lazy Susan I got works great for testing. When I want to see how much paint I have on my dry brush. And once you get the flow right, you know, you just you just gotta play with it. That's all. And what you're doing really with it is playing with light. You're using dry brushing to bring up like the high points in something, a sculpture or something, whatever you're working with. My favorite example I can give you of like dry brushing would be this guy. Um, this model was almost entirely dry brushed. I'll have to pull the camera back a little bit. So this is Beast. Um, he's one of the earlier models that I 3D printed and painted. In fact, this was the very first model I 3D printed and painted. It's on my profile picture. Um, but these details in his skin, and like, you can see these lines on his hands. That's all dry brushing. That's not an airbrush. I didn't use an airbrush for that, for those highlights. That's all dry brushing. And so, I just started off with this phthalo blue, which is this purplish color here that you see, and then started dry brushing highlights, with this brush, a brush like this. This is like a big brush, and so I'm taking a little bit of paint on there, wiping it off, and just slowly building up one layer at a time, um, digging into these, little details that are on the paint. And then I really wanted to emphasize the face and his hair, so I used almost a whitish blue. It was like white with a little bit of blue in it, but all dry brushing. So all those little details that you see and stuff, that's all with dry brushing. Is how I accomplished that. Really proud of this model. I especially like his mouth, the way that came out. His teeth look great. I'm so stoked with the way his teeth came out. Those were very painstaking to get right. They're very tiny. That's my pinky finger next to his mouth. So you can get an idea of scale with, these details. I don't know how clear that will come in. Let's see. Try not to shake my table there. Yeah, I'm still very happy with how that detail turned out. Even in his molars, and it's a little dusty in there right now, but yeah, I was just super pleased with that. But yeah, that's all dry brushing. Yeah, so that's all just dry brushing. It's not hard. You know, once you get the feeling down for it, you can really accomplish a lot of detail oriented things. Um, and it's just, it really helps bring out texture. And the way Wicked designed this, I mean, oh my God, it was so much fun to paint. Um, I'm always hard pressed to find a model this fun to paint. Um, you know, all that texture, all the hair, and you know, playing with blue. I love painting with blue. I know a lot of people don't like it for some weird reason, um, but yeah, I absolutely love doing that one. I need to do another one someday and do the big. There's another base that you can use with that print. It's a little more complicated and detailed and big. But anyhow, yeah, I've been wanting to do that. But yeah, dry brushing is amazing. There's so much you can do with it. It's a very old technique too. It's been around for centuries. Don't try to test me on the history. I don't remember. I know I've read about it. I want to say it was Chinese who, they believe it was Chinese who invented dry brushing. It's really helping catch these highlights here on the legs, these higher points. I don't know if you can see that. You're basically adding light. Adding little glares here and there. Now I'm starting to feel like a bigger brush would be a little more fun. A little more coverage. Much better. I like the effect this bigger brush is having on the edges.
you thinking I'm unhappy? What is closer to the truth? And if I lived till I was 102, I just don't think I'd ever get over you. No longer move
Definitely speeding things up. Sometimes, I mean, obviously, the larger the brush, the better coverage you're going to have. So sometimes for a scale like this,
and if I live till I could no longer climb my stairs, just don't think I'd ever get over you.
so I'm just coming down on the edge, kind of in a circular motion,
Face the
and on the
dances,
downward swipe to kind of play around with that motion when you try it out.
laughter
Kind of work in
still
circles.
ringing in my ears. I still find pieces of your presence here. Even after all these years. I don't want you thinking that I don't get asked to dinner. 'Cause I'm young to say there are some things even though I may seem touch of I just don't think I'll ever get old. If I lived till I was 102, I just don't think I'll ever get old.
This song is banned in Belarus, Russia. And I find that weird and sad. I did get the jack on my phone fixed finally. Just mentioning that earlier. That was a long time coming. All right, got all of our dry brushing on the legs done. Guess we could get It's all right. It's just a violin improvisation with no vocals or anything, and it's banned in Belarus, Russia. It's weird.
All the friends in the backseat, they go crazy. Trying to find where the big bad wolf belongs. Yeah, we messed it up pretty good this time, yeah. We can work it out. Oh, the things we should have done. Stop calling on the bloodhounds. They're just as close as me and you. Stop calling me on a bad hand when you know I'm gonna lose. Yeah, I'm learning how to breathe again, dear. Scratching around in the junkyard for my love again. Spinning around on the old carousel.
I brought up, just a couple minutes of dry brushing really brought out a lot of detail. in these edges. You can see those fun little highlights and stuff where it's playing off the surface. It's really good at bringing up minute surfaces that you can't see with the naked eye. Then you start applying a dry brush over them, and that stuff starts popping. Happy with the way that looks. Set that aside for detailing. Going to be airbrushing some light gray in these panel works right here. Maybe right there. Maybe even black somewhere. I don't know what color this is on the Matriarch. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Oops, sorry about that. I love that I can bump my phone on accident now and it doesn't cut off my microphone. Picking up all these little edges. Not sure how well that translates on camera. On my end, it's popping. It's bitching. So this paint pot's kind of a pain, but what I'm doing is just kind of pushing the brush into a few spots, just getting little dots of paint here and there, and then I'm just gonna clean it off, and we can test it. And you just feel where you want it to be. You can test on your hand too. My wrinkly old hand. And we're mostly just concentrating on these harder edges. Ugh. There's a lot of little elements in here I don't know what I'm going to do with yet. Like these mechanical parts. I'm going to go into the game and hopefully get to her early so I can kind of walk up behind her and take a look and lift her skirt up, as it were, and see what she's made of down there. See if I can pick up some color details. I want it to be accurate. I think these are lit up, so I might do like a glowing red or blue in these here, and then this is definitely glowing. So I may airbrush like a glowing effect on there. We'll see what happens. But that's looking pretty sweet now. All right, let's get some. So we got dry brushing done. Not sure what to do with this guy either. I think I'm gonna paint him last, maybe. This is a little rocket launcher that goes up on her head. So, kept the metal bits and stuff pretty simple on the backs of the legs because you're not really gonna see those parts. So I'm gonna start painting these the same way. This dark aluminum, maybe even add some chrome bits and some copper bits. Start with the copper because copper just looks better on darker color. Haven't done this in a while. I like to put my paint cup I like to have it at a tilt, because it's just easier to get your brush down there and see how much paint you're putting on your brush. So what I do is I use a little my silly putty cup. Just kind of push it in there. So you hunch your shoulders and you shake your head and your throat is aching but you swear no one hurts you, nothing could be said anyway, you're not here enough to care. And you're so tired you don't sleep at night as your heart is trying to mend, you keep it quiet but you think you might disappear before the end. And it's strange how you cannot find any strength to even try to find a voice to speak your mind. When you do, all you want to do is cry. think I actually need to switch to my magnifiers for a moment. But I do want to be, being that it's machinery, I do want it to be fairly precise.
Listen to my hands. And all of this life moves around you. For all that you climb, you're standing still. You are moving too. You are moving too. You are moving too. I will move with you.
So I'm just using this piece as a reference. Parts of it won't even be seen, but I'll know it's there. So this little bracket up here. That one's done. Now this leg has, some of the details aren't the same, so, but we still have this metal bracket here. Different parts. Back here it's the same though. funny, like the legs are gonna wind up being like the most detailed part of the whole machine. But even on the 3D print, like the legs are pretty detailed, so not gonna scrimp out on that chance. Details matter. So I'm just going through right now and like doing all the copper bits. Just get those all done out of the way, and then I can start painting the aluminum, which should go pretty quick. And then we can start doing some liquid talent, some panel liner, or liquid talent as I like to call it. Gets into all those cool little cracks and crevices. Oh, that's what I forgot. That little brass joint right here, or copper joint, or we'll call it an alien metal for now, because I don't know. We don't exactly know where the Ark are from. They just started falling out of the sky and killing everybody. There's still a lot of lore building going on with the game. You know, we're slowly getting bits and pieces of what the Ark are, and you know, a lot of the human story behind the lore in the game. It's pretty cool. I'm eager to learn more about the story. Hope everybody is having an awesome day, by the way. hit that beautiful like button. Really appreciate you. Almost at 600 subscribers, man. Pretty cool. Super, super thankful for you guys.
Don't you dream in all that? Don't you say it's a matter of time? You won't stay 'cause everything that I am need you close like no other. When the rain comes slow, like a wave and the wind cries below, through the haze and the shadows grow. Tell me where can I go? Storm, we got so high, but we don't. If I let you go now, I don't know how far I've fallen. Through this
Teeny tiny details.
everything that I was, I could blame every word that I said.
I'm glad I didn't put a lot of intricate copper details in here.
Everything that I am, need you close like no other.
It's a lot.
With the turning of time, could I give so much more than I found? Could you turn back
All right.
these hands of mine?
Take a little break here and stretch out a little bit. What's everybody up to? How's your Monday so far? If you're here in the United States, we're all suffering from stupid daylight saving time time change. I'm pretty sure the vote passed, if I remember right. We voted against it continuing here, but Congress voted against it. Go figure. Ah, a little drink of water here. Oh, last leg of the copper parts of the legs. Then we can move on to the silver bits. And then we're done with the legs. Pretty much. We got some other minor details, but that's going to be super quick and easy because it's just panel liner and some of the metal parts. Kind of like what we did here with getting all these little different joints and everything to pop out with the panel liner. Really easy. Not trying super hard to make it minutely detailed. This is our last leg to do right here. So let's get into that. Want these copper bits done. The details that Jack 3D put into this are it's so cool. Just really did an awesome job with this. Haven't seen him the last couple of streams. He must be busy. 3D modeling stuff's, I mean, it's got to take up a lot of time. I've seen people do it. Much less how much time it took you to learn how to do it. Painting part's easy for me. I've been doing this shit for 50 years. Drawing and painting, that is. But, 3D modeling, relatively speaking, hasn't been out that long. So the people that are doing it, man, they're killing it with these 3D files. Like, you saw Beast, all that detail in the hair, and I mean, dude, that's all digitally sculpted by someone. And that's also why it's so important to support these artists. So people like us can download this stuff and print this model in the comfort of your own home and start painting it. Super cool. A few years ago, I wouldn't have even considered this. I had no idea this was something I was going to get into. I'd seen people, I knew they were 3D printing stuff, but I didn't go down the actual rabbit hole of finding out about stuff and how the technology works and everything involved, or even what to do with 3D printing, really. And then when my buddy Eric hit me up about it, I was like, what's that all about? And down the rabbit hole I went. Just amazing technology. Give these all a decent little, give them a little blow dry here. So we'll set these back here. Just work on them in order. That's our model to go by. And get my panel liner. comfortable spot that I'm happy working in. Teeny bit of this paint goes a long way. So the first one was this Vallejo metal color. You can screenshot that if you want. Just copper. And then what I'm about to use right now is dark aluminum 77703. You can find them on Amazon.
Here I am in this old town, still dreaming of the open road. I've been here for far too long. There's so much more than this I know. It's been years since I've been gone. I miss the way it feels to roam. This urge that's grown inside my heart to pack my bags and hit the road. I'm dreaming of the road again, set free in the wind. Feels like we found home again on the road that's grown thin. We will fill the tank and make our way down muddy tracks and beaten roads. We'll drive away from this old town and find a place we've never known. With the summer sun over open plains, with the windows down, we'll drop off and our hearts will grow as our troubles fade away. I'm dreaming of the road again, set free in the wind. Feels like we found home again on the road that's grown thin. I'm dreaming of the road again, set free in the wind.
Forgot the copper bits up here.
Feels like we found home again on the road.
It's all right. We can go back to that in a moment after this aluminum dries. Oops.
You don't wanna be rich like everybody else does. You just wanna grow old, sit still while everybody else runs. In the meantime, tell me your star sign. I'll make something up about how you have to fall apart to really be someone. There's nothing else to do here. I kiss under the stars. I like you just the way you are. There's nothing else to do here. Fall into your arms. I like you just the way you are. You're not like the other. You just wanna go slow.
I like you just the way you are.
Let's jump into your car. I like you just the way you are. Nothing else to do here but fall into your arms. I like it just the way you are.
I like all of you just the way you are. Just so you know, don't change a damn thing for anyone. Hey, Jen, how are you? I like you just the way you are, Jen. And welcome to my channel or something. Welcome to my paint session for Monday the 9th. Oh, I got these copper bits on the bottom. I just forgot up here. Got corned beef and cabbage in the slow cooker. Started it at 11 o'clock. Oh, I hate the fucking time change. God. I was talking about that earlier. Yeah, we voted it out, but Congress wouldn't approve it. So here we are, stuck with this stupid shit. And all these dry brushes out. Put that away. I don't need those now. I agree with you 100% though. The time change is fucking stupid. I don't care if that's going to be covered up. I'm painting it anyways. a little bit of tedium to this part. I mean, I enjoy it. I'm having fun.
You'll see the sun come shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness. Hide every trace of sadness. Although with you may be ever so near, that's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the
Oh,
use of
thanks.
fighting? You'll
I'd say
find
that's a good word for it.
life is
I'm,
still
other than my
worthwhile
uncomfortable ass chair,
if you
which I that's
just
upgrading my
smile.
chair is on the list. Um, I'm pretty damn relaxed.
Light up your face with
Another one
gladness.
down.
Hide every trace of sadness. One more tear may be ever so near. That's the time you must keep on trying. Smile. What's the use of crying?
Nope.
You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile.
Would have been cool to dry brush all the silver parts first. Just thinking that could have made for a neat effect. And just, I mean, I'm still kind of doing a little bit of dry brushing with it, but either way, there would have been parts I couldn't reach with the dry brush, obviously. So this works out. So I finally got my phone jack replaced, or not replaced. I got it cleaned, I should say. So yeah, I can bump my phone and shit now, and my microphone doesn't come out, which is cool. So that's new. Did that over the weekend. Yesterday I felt like I was getting sick all day, stomach issues and shit. But today I feel pretty okay. So hopefully it was just a fluke. Maybe I ate something. I don't know. Jerry's here. What's up, buddy? Just saw that. Welcome, buddy. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having an awesome day, my friend. I got corned beef and cabbage in the crock pot right now. I'm pretty stoked on that. I'll be ready about 5, 6 o'clock tonight. Making good headway here. So I'm not like necessarily trying to just coat the pieces I'm painting. I'm just kind of quickly pulling the brush over them to bring up highlights and almost make them look like scratches. That's what my mindset is right now with it. I'm not trying to make the machinery totally perfect. There's little breaks in it here and there too that the panel liner will seep into more and darken even heavier than, because like on the aluminum paint they're gonna really want to run off, whereas the primer underneath the panel liner is gonna soak into it a little more and darken that area that much more. Yeah. So I got my wife and I this like, it's a bird feeder with a camera on it. It's super cool. If you pay for the membership and everything, you can like, um, it's hooked up with the Audubon Society so that like it figures out the species of bird, and then tells you about the bird and stuff like that, and takes still shots. It's all automatic and fancy and pretty sweet. But just since I've been painting today, which is going on 2 hours, I think, yeah, about 2 hours now, I've gotten like 300 notifications. Like the second the birds found out about that thing, they are all over that shit. And we have a new guest as well who decided to start showing up. We named her Fievel. She's a female rat. She's gray and she's super cute. And at first I was thinking, oh God, I'm gonna have to set a rat trap, a humane one, that a no kill trap. I don't kill rats. Rats are fucking cool. Don't kill rats. And don't kill snakes either. Snakes are also very cool. Fucking leave them alone. But after seeing her on the camera a couple of nights, I was just like, I think I'll just let her cruise for now. If she starts bringing her friends over or a bunch of babies and shit to eat out of the bird feeder, then I'll have to transport her elsewhere. But it's kind of cute, waking up in the morning and she's pretty on time. It's like every every morning at like 2 o'clock in the morning, she's at the bird feeder. We don't know how she climbs up it either. It's like on a big old. I mean, rats are good climbers. Who am I kidding? But I have it on like this tripod, like a camera tripod, set up out on our porch. She gets up it, and then I tried raising it to its max height, and that didn't stop her. She climbed right up that too. So Fievel's pretty cool. We're letting her stay for now. Hopefully she doesn't fuck it up. We can continue giving her nourishment. I like Fievel. She's cool. That's my new bird feeder story. This is the last part of the silver bits for this model. And then we're just going to do the panel liner here and there. Let's see where it goes from there. Oh, Jerry, you're still sick? That sucks, dude. I thought I might have been coming down with something yesterday. I was feeling all shitty. Wife and I went out uh, for lunch on Saturday. We both ate the same thing. She felt fine. Could have been my cereal that I had as a little snack at the end of the night. Don't know. But I feel all right today, thankfully. She called to check up on me. She's like, "How are you feeling?" I'm like, "I'm well enough to go paint and stuff." She's like, "Oh, good. What are we having for dinner?" Like, oh my God, woman. Like, you're not even home for lunch yet. It was a special K with red berries. I like that healthy shit. I don't like sugary, gross cereals. I mean, they're okay sometimes. Don't get me wrong. If I got a sweet tooth, man, some fucking fruity pebbles. Mm. I will eat an entire box of those fucking things. Cool, bye, Jerry. I stand by my cereals. I don't eat a lot of cereal, so it's not something I'm super passionate about. So while Jerry's not being with my friend for 5 minutes, I can just tell you guys that cereal's kind of like a rare delicacy for me. Okay, we got legs done. Well, that part of the legs is done. Now we can like panel liner shit. I like that they're all metal now. I gotta stand up. Oh! Oh! Ow! That was too long on my butt. Especially on this shit chair. Oh, I love Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Oh, we're talking again? Pesticides in it? Yeah. Um, I do like local cereals. Like there's a city close by where we live, and it's kind of a bohemian little hippie ass town, and they have a place that like sells their own. They make their own cereal. It's all from scratch and no pesticides and all that stuff. I need to try it. I really do. Hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta fix something here in the garage real quick.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, what the fuck? Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. We have this camping gear all stacked up that I kind of rearranged, and some of it was kind of falling down. I stopped eating because of all the pesticides in it. Then you have to stop eating a lot more than cereal. Yeah, I've already stopped eating a lot of things. I generally have a very, my wife and I have a pretty strict diet of things we will and won't eat, and we generally have a pretty good diet. We don't eat a lot of crap. I make food at home from scratch a lot, and I'm pretty conscious of my veggies and stuff. Different ingredients, so we eat pretty well. It's not perfect, but we try. We try. Yeah. Other countries also ban things for weird reasons. You have to keep that in mind. I'm not saying that we're wrong or anything like that, but other countries will ban U.S. products because of tariff policies that are in place. It's too expensive for them to buy, and so they just ban it altogether. I've lived in other Chinas that have things banned there can't that you can buy here. I lived in China, and talk about strict. It's very strange. I had, you know, coming from the United States, I have Levi's jeans. I had people offer me like the equivalent of hundreds of dollars for pairs of my jeans because they can't get real Levi's there. It's probably a bad example, but everything will fucking kill you. I guess is what I'm trying to say. And you got to live your life. And I don't live my life in fear. I don't believe in fucking chemtrails, for example, um, because fucking science. Sorry, Dad. It's not, and it's not political. It's not fucking political. So don't even go there. If you believe in chemtrails, fine. That's cool. Cool story, bruh. Okay, I gotta need to move this paint because I keep wanting to put my brush into it. Jerry, are you a chemtrail guy? Do you think the government is poisoning us, or do you believe in cloud seeding and stuff like that? I'm just curious. Good answer. I didn't think you were a conspiracy guy. You're a little too smart. Your critical thinking skills are on on par with an intelligent life form. All right, that one's good. Oh yeah, this one's already done. Well, gotta love liquid talent. Love this shit. Panel liner. Such a cool product. Shit's magic. Well, of course, Big Pharma's making money hand over fist. We all know there's no money in a cure. Here's one problem I have with that though. I'm just gonna say this. It doesn't really make sense for them to want to kill us slowly. To me, it never has. Um, Many great thinkers feel the same way. Doctors, theologians. And the reason why is because the longer they keep us alive, if it's true, you know, that okay, they're poisoning us slowly and killing us slowly. Okay, well if that's true, wouldn't they want to keep us alive a lot longer so that they can keep feeding us their medications and their drugs and all that stuff? Um, I mean, that's where the money's at is longevity. You know, you want repeat customers. You want them to keep coming back. You're not going to do anything with dead customers. That doesn't make any sense. So that it just never really made sense to me that the government's trying to kill us all. It's kind of I just think it's just a really weird, not very well thought out conspiracy theory. And when you start thinking about it and breaking it down, like it kind of starts to lose its appeal as being something that might be true to me. I think it's funny, really. I know people that are like crazy about that shit. And I'm like, how do you leave your house? like, just to live in that kind of fear all the time. Dude, fucking live your life. We're going to be okay. Everybody's going to be okay. What kind of Gen Xer are you if you're gonna be worried about shit all the time? I mean, we grew up with the threat of nuclear war at the precipice of every morning we woke up. Fuck, we were taught to duck and cover in class like that was gonna do something if nuclear war broke out. You know, like we were latchkey kids. You know, we knew how to cook, clean, fucking sew, and had our own key to the house by the time we were 8. We're different. We're different. We're the fuck around and find out, class. Like, don't worry about that shit. Cloud seeding. Pick up a paintbrush. Do something. We're more resilient than that. I ain't saying trust everyone. It's one thing we don't do is trust anybody. You will survive the zombie apocalypse. How you gonna check food labels and shit when that happens? Baseball bat, chainsaw, shotgun, rifle, pistol, knives. What are our choices? What will you go out into the wasteland with? I love that TV show for Fallout. So good. You can grow your own? Okay. So, what are you going to grow it in? How are you going to refine the soil and break it down to where it doesn't lose its nutrients? If there's nuclear war or anything like that and the sky is filled with smoke, and who knows, nuclear winter, fallout, shit like that, how are you going to get enough sunlight, vitamin D3, different other, various things that plants require, animals require to survive in an environment that's been destroyed. You go underground. Oh, 100%. But let's go the other way, just for fun. Fuck it. Like, zombie apocalypse happens, but it's not the way we've seen in movies. Well, I don't know. There's probably a movie out for it. Um, Brought by a meteor. We get hit with a giant asteroid, and the first repercussion of the asteroid that human life pays for is the actual impact. But then we find out that the asteroid, in fact, carried an unknown alien virus that turned people into zombies. Well, there's my cricket. He's back. Turned people into zombies. And now the sky is scorched. It's a fate similar to what, let's just say half the planet got wiped out just with the impact of the meteor. Now the other half is affected by this zombie fallout from the meteor impact, this virus that it released when it exploded. Kind of like a crazy ass type of pollen that just blows up or something once it hits the ground. Oh, Jack 3D. Oh, where's Jack? Shit. Oh, there you are. I'm so sorry, dude. Hey, dude. The painting's going great. I got carried away there. I was like concentrating on what I was working on here and like yammering away about stupid meteoric zombie apocalypse bullshit. Give you a little catch up here though. Working on the legs, getting all the metal bits done. Earlier I dry brushed all the highlights. Probably doesn't translate super well to camera. You can see how that's working out there. Got all the panels done. There's some unevenness here and there with the dry brushing. I didn't want everything to be like it look exactly the same. And I was commenting earlier too, like on how amazing your design is with your articulation and how just this little foot right here, for example, it's cocked over a little bit. That's really cool. There's just so many neat little details in here. Really having a good time painting this one. I didn't paint everything exactly the same either. Like this leg right here, for example, I didn't paint the bright white part. This one foot is painted with the lighter gray. There's some different things. I'm mixing it up a little bit. But I think they look really nice sitting together here like this. Let me catch up with the chat here now that I'm done blow drying and getting that part done. Okay. Okay, here's where you come in. Hi, how's the painting going? Hunting and fishing, yeah, we will survive. those of us that do that. And yeah, Jack, I'm really enjoying painting these guys. Made some really good headway today. Got this part all dry brushed up with the highlights and stuff. You can see, I love your textures. I was commenting earlier on all these neat little textures and things that pop up with the dry brushing that you don't really see right off the bat with the paint. You know, you got to really start putting some color down. And yeah, so I've got this all highlighted and everything the way I want, and now I'm just going to figure out how I want to paint that. I know these two panels here and here are going to be the light gray, and then the rest of it, I need to play the game and go in and look at her butt and see what's going on down there to paint it accurately. And then I did the same with the head. Again, probably not translating super well on camera. Thank you. But I need to figure these details out too and get these little edges highlighted and played around with. I'm starting to add, you know, some of the weathering detail on it here. I basically said that like I want her to look as if the battle has just started, like she's hardly taken any damage yet. You know, the wolf packs haven't started pouring out, you know, shit like that. So I'm kind of working that in here. But it's been super fun doing these legs though, because there's so many fun little details in them. Let's see if I can get her kind of mocked up while I'm wrapping things up here now. I think this is one of the side legs. Wait, no, the ones with the longer part are in the front or the back. Okay, I feel like that one's one of the back legs. This one? Yeah. Yeah, it finally clicked on me how you fit these together. It's really cool. And then this one, I think, is also a back leg. Yeah, that works, right? Oh, I'm so excited to get this done and glue her legs and everything together. It's going to be so cool having everything set in place. It always does look better in person. It really does. I think this leg goes here. Yep, that locks into place perfectly. And then this one goes here. There we go. So now, okay, so with this light, the detail's coming out a little better now. Yeah, I really like the detail in the legs and stuff. Oh, okay. The other way. Oh, like they're forward. Got it. Okay. Duly noted. In fact, I'm going to screenshot that. So I need to switch that around. Let's do it now so I don't forget. I guess I could have like drawn in little tiny numbers on the insides of the legs to match up with, you know. Like 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4 5 5 6 6. So let's see here. I mean, you're here with us on the channel and saying that it goes the other way, so that's what I'm going to do. Oh, that looks better too. Yeah, I like that with the forward. This one would be really cool articulated as well. Just saying. I mean, I love it just the way it is. It's a super fun model. I'm taking some screenshots here while we're chit chatting. Get this light over here. There, now I'll have some comparative photographs to play with. I gotta ask, am I the first guy you've seen like do this model? Or do you have some other subscribers that are working on this right now? I'd love to check it out, see how they're doing it. Oh, thanks, Jen. Yeah, if you guys can smash that beautiful like button, always appreciated. Um, Someone recently shared his make on cults. Okay, cool. I'll have to go check it out. I'll do that when I get back up to the office. I always like to see what other people are doing that have, painted the same model. It's a great way to get ideas and inspiration on, ways to tweak your own model works and stuff like that. It's just, I love it. I mean, I will always share when I think somebody, hey, this guy did fucking awesome on this. You should really check out his model. But I'm super happy with the work I did today. Got a lot done. Got all the metal bits done. Got a little bit of weathering done here and there. I still have a lot to add to it. Going to be airbrushing in lights. I have to check these. I think they're lights right here. I have to check. I'm going to actually go on game though, into the game and look at it. It almost fits perfectly on my Lazy Susan here. I like it a little higher up. That leg in better. Super fun. Really, really cool, fun model, man. I'm having so much fun with it. It's been a really nice break from working on the Star Wars model I'm working on. That it's so huge. But yeah, this is. I love stuff like this. I'm really glad I downloaded this and get to work on it with you checking it out and stuff. It's super cool. Yeah, I will. I'll go check that out later. I'll be sharing this on your page too. And I'll share a link for my channel on the page with my images and stuff if you don't mind. Not doing it for subs, but people can come and check out the chat, see what you have to say about the model and stuff. Oh, so thirsty. But yeah, I'll definitely be checking that out today. And I still have to, this part bowed a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. in the print. It's not your fault. It's just an artifact from the printing process. So I have to sand this down flat. I was thinking about cutting out like a metal bracket or something here that fits on this and on the inside that I could kind of lubricate, and it would sit there real smoothly and turn. There's a lot you could do with this here. Yeah, all the pictures I saw of it, it's a dark gray with like light gray highlights here and there. And then of course her battle damage, she gets all jacked up. Darker, yeah. Yeah, I do. One thing I did when I checked in the game is like she's actually pretty light gray. Like it, I mean, it's a dark gray with a like a light gray on top of it, and then the metal bits are all busted up and stuff, of course. But their underparts are shiny and stuff like that underneath their armor. So I wanted the exposed areas to be metal. It's still evolving. I've got a little bit to go, but a lot of the major color work is done, and now it's getting into like the weathering aspects and detailing work. Like how do I want to? I'm probably going to do like an airbrush, like a glowing effect here. Um, I'm still on the fence about doing lighting. If I do a light, I'm gonna have to come in from the back. Right here is a perfect spot to cut out, but I'd like to be able to replace it and have the battery pack in here. So I may have to cut this whole bottom piece off, and then I could attach like a hinge right here so it opens up. This whole part would open up, and then the LED would be in here. I would just cut out these two slits, or maybe these three slits for the red light to come through, and right here as well. I think this is a light. I can't remember, but yeah, there's a lot to be done with this model. Lots of fun stuff. Oh, what time we got? Oh, it's 4:40. That is my cue to start working my way out of here. So, that being said, Jack 3D, thank you for coming by and checking out our progress here. Really appreciate you stopping in and checking this out with us. And thank you, everyone else. We're almost to 600 subscribers, so that's freaking rad. Please don't forget to hit that beautiful like button. I super appreciate it. Jerry, thanks for stopping by. Jen, same to you. Much love to everyone and their families. And by all means, you guys have a nice day. Happy 3D printing, happy painting, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys hopefully tomorrow. We'll be back at it again. All right, much love. Toodles.